Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so very much for clicking on this video. My name is Tjmax, and if this is your first time seeing me, welcome. And for all my OGs, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. So on this channel, you know how we love to do bag reviews, anything fashion related, but mostly reviews just because we want to show you things before you actually go out there and purchase those items. And as I try to do as much review as I can, and I also try to show ways you can be fashionable but on budget. So if these are like the things you like to watch, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Without further ado, I have two things to tell you in this video. One is more like the review and the other one is a little bit personal. So obviously I'm gonna show you about my classic. This bag speaks for itself. It's by Michael Kors. So I'm gonna detail and then show you what fit in the bag, just in case it's something that you are interested in. You know, I saw this bag and I was like, can I have this please? Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Then the second thing I have to tell you is my survival with COVID. Well, my surviving COVID, because I'm still quarantined right now in my space doing video because there's nothing else to do. You know, fun while we're just chilling out. Anyways, as I say, this is one of those. I saw this brown and I was like, yes ma'am, you can never go wrong with brown. Like what are you talking about? And then it just comes with this gold hardware. Like, ma'am, this bag is epitome of beauty. Like, it is so sturdy. It's like I'm pressing it and it's not even moving, and I just love it. Okay, I got this from from Ross, one of my favorite stores, and I was $411 and $19, about that. Retailed for $328. This is what it looks like. To open it, it's let you go, just push this up and you open it, and to close it you just push this down or up. But I'm gonna push it down so that I don't get a lot of marks right here on this hardware, so I'm gonna push it down. I think it's, you know, appropriate. The first time I saw this bag, the first thing that comes in my mind is backpack. It would have made the cutest backpack ever. And if you didn't have like detachable one that you could wear, that would have been so perfect. Okay, and I love this is very sturdy, it doesn't move. So just in case you're wearing, even if you wear a crossbody, it's still gonna be like that. But I don't mind it because you can wear it hand, you know, on your hand, or you could wear it right here. It doesn't fit that, you know, guess my hand is there. But you can wear it right here on your wrist area. As you see, it comes with this hardware. It doesn't have feet, but it has like this thing on the edge protecting it if you put it down. It has like this canvas material that says MK in fine print, in very fine, and then a smooth leather on the back, and then here the handle, and then on the sides. Okay, so I think it's like half and half, and then it says Michael Kors here. Okay, then when you open it, it comes in this, there's a small pocket here. You can put your phone in, hopefully the phone fit. Just look at this, guys, look at this construction. Like, you've never seen a bag with, like, Michael Kors is just coming up with all this design. I'm trying to see if you can. No, you can't. I'm trying to think if you can take this handle out, but you cannot. it just comes with packed and then crossbody strap. Let's do with this. It has like these three extension, so you can detach each to get 3 pieces, and you can attach it, I guess, to get, or make it shorter to get a shoulder strap, or and then leave it as long as this to make it crossbody. It just has like this hole on each, so it's up to you where how far you want to take it. And then one thing I like about Michael Kors, they always try to include this thing here that stop the strap from flaking. I hate that in a bag, and I appreciate that. I appreciate, you know, the effort they make in doing that. What I just don't understand is why this strap is just, I thought it will have like something here that you could pin it, like, you know, attach it to, but it doesn't. It's just flake up like that. I don't like that, but sorry about that, guys. Comes Michael Kors, all Michael Kors bag comes with a dust bag, a very nice material dust bag, and then inside is this like hard material that is wipeable, very wipeable, so you can wipe it up, and it's, you know, you can find your thing because the material is in this light brown. It has a zipper pocket on this side, and it just has like a normal pocket right here. It was retail 358, not 328, sorry. And then on this side says Michael Kors. And then it has, one thing I appreciate about this bag is that this thing here you use to attach the crossbody is not outside, it's inside, so you can push it in. You know, let me come close and show you what I mean. Oh, look at that. Let me show you close. Okay, I mean, this ring, it's inside and you can push it, and this is the inside. Right, so let's rush in right now. I'll show you what I can fit inside. So this is my biggest wallet by Michael Kors. I've used this over and over. I stuff it up so much with so much crap and it's still there. So let's see if it fit. Oh guys, it fit, because I brought this smaller wallet just in case. It's also by Michael Kors, just in case it doesn't fit. I was like, I'm gonna put it in and behave. I have my phone. Let's try something. So right here where they have this smaller pocket, let's see if it's gonna fit. But obviously if your phone is bigger than this, let's see. Why is everything working so smoothly tonight? Why can't my life be this smooth? Oh, what? Obviously. So we have one of the 2 important things we need. And as I told you, this bag is not too big and is not too small, so it could fit. Is a borderline between small and medium. Don't quote me on that. Well, our lives have changed, so we have a bag with hand sanitizer and mask. Okay, so that is our life right now, and please protect yourself because it is real. So we have to find a way to stop this thing. If not, the phone have to come out. Something have to come out, or the big wallet have to come out, because this needs to go away. Yes, ma'am. We need you in. This is a cream because I need. I ash easily. Like I'll be ashy in a minute, so I need a hand cream. Yes, it's gotta fit somehow, because it's gotta fit in there. Right. So that's the only thing I can fit in my perfume sample bag. I can just take 1 or 2 samples and just pour it in there just in case. And I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and close it. It's a little bit heavy, obviously, because there's a lot of stuff in there. And obviously I like this because it's detachable. I love bags that are detachable just in case I want to wear it on my hand. It's not this strap is not there just being a nuisance. So I appreciate that, Michael Kors, for thinking about that and thinking about this. This is what I mean, to keep this leather from being a nuisance also. So this is where I like my crossbody to stop, very close. Okay, I mean this is right here. If not, then I'll bring it closer, but because of this, so it doesn't touch my boobs, I'll just leave it. And ta-da, this is it. Great. Yep, and that is my bag. Is it worth the money? Yes, ma'am, it is worth the money. I know people have given up on Michael Kors, but I always give people second chances, even third chances, because God gives us chances all the time. So we need to forgive and try to forget, because it's not easy to forget. Okay, so that is my bag, a beautiful Michael Kors bag. And sorry, I forgot to tell you the name. It's Manhattan, Lady Manhattan. Yeah, Michael Kors bag. So, well, let's talk about the second part of what I have, so that I don't want this video to be too long. So it's about me having COVID. I'm still, this like the third time. I'm still, if you realize, I'm still having like, I get really exhausted quick from like doing a lot of stuff, and that's from, you know, this thing called COVID. About Friday I realized that I mean, before we go forward, I want you not to take this as a medical advice, because I'm not I mean, even though I work as a nurse, I'm not a medical doctor or a research or people who are experts in COVID. This is just my experience. So please always seek a medical advice in anything that you're doing. It's very important. So whether, even if you hear advice or stories or experiences from people that is like relatable to what you're experiencing, always ask an expert for the advice. That is very important. So I'm just gonna tell you this just in case you're going through this, so you can hurry up and go see a doctor and don't delay your treatment. I started having muscle ache on Tuesday, but I didn't take it serious, so I took some ibuprofen and it went away. So I carry on with my life. On Friday it became very serious. I became very, the muscle ache became very severe, and then I started having like high temperature, like my body was hot, I was shivering. So I called in at work, because I work straight weekend, and they had scheduled me to get a COVID test. So I went in that Friday night evening, because I called in like around 4 and they scheduled it around 5:30. Want to make sure everything is, So I went in and got it done. The next day was, I went home, I let my family know what was going on. Everybody was worried, because I live home by myself. I mean, I have a tenant downstairs, but I really had to tell her also what was going on so that she could protect herself. So but everybody was like, I am so, the family is so nice. Sorry, I have such a very beautiful family members, and they came through for me. I called my brother, because I called my brother, I messaged everybody, let them know what was going on. I immediately started pouring in My partner was amazing. He's such a sweet guy. My best friend, like, no one was around me, but the feeling I got from everybody, my sister from Nigeria, everybody called, everybody was crying. I swear I could die, I was pleased in my heart that I had so much people in my life that really cared for me, and that still care for me. And my brother left work. He's in around 9 o'clock in the night. He came to the house with his wife. They were obviously, they're protected. They had their masks and everything they needed, their PPE, which is the personal equipment that they needed to wear. They were wearing it, so they were safe because they're medical professionals, so they know everything. So, and he was really concerned, and he was just messaging me through the night. My partner was on, that night. The symptoms I felt was that it became very severe: muscle ache, fever, shivering, headache, diarrhea. But it was mild. It wasn't severe. I didn't have chest pain. I started having a little cough now and then. So I started. Sorry, my thing went off because obviously he probably got tired of me talking. So I had all of this. I can't remember where I stopped, but I had diarrhea, and all these things weren't like severe. It was just moderate. So they told me after I did the test that it would take 2 days to come out. So obviously I already called in at work. Then that was, my family, my brother and his wife came in, brought some African soup, pepper soup, and some African soup, for me to eat. And they were really concerned, which was really sweet. And I went to sleep knowing that I had so much people, so much family and friends, who are there for me. And it just gave me peace of mind, just in case. Okay, I went to bed, and then in the middle of the night I got really congested and I got scared. So I called my partner, and he was on the phone the whole night with me. I cried, and he was panicking and all of that. And then I was, when I was gonna go to the hospital, but I know the doctor told me, the doctor that called, I know that the doctor I spoke to, when I went to do the test, I don't know if it's the doctor or the nurse, I don't know who did it, but they said if I have any shortness of breath to call the hospital quick. So I didn't have shortness of breath, I just congested. So I didn't bother. I just went through it that night, and then I survived it in the morning, and the next day, during the night, people would call, like my family members were calling me, everybody was just like, what's going on, it was amazing. And the next day I still had those symptoms, the headache. There was no sore throat, amazingly. It was just a slight headache. I still had my sense of smell then, but now I don't have it that much. And I talk about the diarrhea was just like once, and that was it. No nausea. So it's just the fever was just constant. And when I went to get the COVID test done, I asked them to check my temperature. They did it. It was high. So my brother was kind of, he just was coming through for me. He was calling me every minute, even though he's at work, and he's like, I'm gonna come, and I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna come. And he just, his wife was just bombarding me with messages. It's just amazing. And he was able to bring some stuff for me, so that I used. The next day, even though it was not confirmed that I was COVID positive yet, the next day, because they told me that if it's positive then somebody will call me, if it's not then they won't bother calling me. So I had missed the call in the morning, early in the morning. I didn't know what number it was. It says New York. I don't know anybody in New York, so I didn't return the call. But like in the midday, that number called me back, so I answered it. It was a doctor and he told me you're positive. And I was like, okay. He's like, well, 10 days from when you had the first symptoms, which I told him, well, I don't know if Tuesday when I had the muscle ache was the first time, but I guess he classified it as the first time, so I started it as first day. So like the next 10 days I'm gonna be home. So right now I'm home. So that is my story. And I just started getting really bad. I got weaker and weaker. I couldn't get out of bed. But obviously my family came through prayers. You know, family members was calling me on the phone crying, and I crying. It's just so emotional. And then my brother bring in some medication. He brought so much medication, and I'm really, really grateful for him. And all my other family members, my partner in crime, my best friend, everyone who, you know, my best friends, you know, in Barbados, everyone who called in and wished me well, I really, really appreciate you. So what I used, you know, herbally, I used ginger. I just boiled it and drank it, even though my partner was like, try to inhale it, but I could not risk using warm water where I'm shivering, so I didn't bother using that method. But I drank some of the, you know. And then my friends also suggested I use ginger, which she said lime or lemon, I don't know, one of those, you know. And then my brother brought some vitamins. So just make sure, this is what I, you know, make sure you seek medical help. This is not me telling you this is what is gonna cure you. But antibiotics, and some steroid, prednisolone precisely. Okay, so that is what I used, and that's only 3 things that I use. And so far today's the 3rd day me being home, and I'm feeling way better. I'm out of bed. I cleaned the whole house today. I feel like I got energy from nowhere. I totally like cleaned the whole house today, and I was like, you know what, I can come talk to my friends on YouTube and let them know, you know, that this thing is really real, and to seek medical advice if something like this happens to them, and also to take care of themselves, like, you know. So I never got to the severe part, which is when you start like having short of breath. But you know, I didn't get to that point. I'm so grateful to God, and I'm so appreciative of my family and my friends, you know. And I just, right now, this is what I'm going through. Like when I talk so much or when I do a lot of stuff, I get tired and I start breathing, like, you know, I become tachypneic, which means I breathe faster and I try to catch my breath. That's right now where I am. This never happened yesterday. I just started experiencing it today. So I guess, you know, different body and like stages as you go. I never thought COVID is something I would ever have, because I try to be safe, but you know, I guess I work in a medical field as a nurse, so can never be careful. But the only thing, they only have disadvantage, because it does not have any disadvantage. The thing he has taken from me is me not going to work, you know. But I don't want to be selfish, because I'm grateful that I can, you know, I'm here right now. And another thing is I have to use my paid time off, PTO, is that what they call it? I'm using my PTO because I guess, I don't know why, for some reason we have to at work. They're not covering it at work, so, you know, so the PTO I'm trying to build to use just in case there's something, if something, you know, emergent happen. I guess this is an emergent, but I never planned to use it, but I had to use it. So that is the only thing that, you know, concerns me. But you know what, in everything I can be ungrateful, because then it's not fair to other people. So yeah, I'm grateful, literally grateful. So that is my experience with COVID, and this video is too long, so I'm gonna call it a quick. Right now I still have headache, and I guess because I've talked so much and I feel like I'm out of breath, you know, even though I'm a very healthy person, I run, you know, a lot, I still feel like out of breath. So my head hurts right now, still hurt. These are still the symptoms I'm having. I'm not having the cold anymore, there's no fever. It's just like my chest, my stomach area hurt whenever I like cough sometimes, or I take some deep breaths. But for now, this is me. I am alive and I'm grateful. So thank you so much, guys. I'm so sorry for that whole story, and if not, this is not your cup of tea. I guess I should have said this from earlier, because I mean, if you didn't watch, if you did not stay to this point, obviously you wouldn't know this. Alright guys, I'll leave you to go do your things. I'll see you in my next video.